Hello and welcome back to this Trails in the Sky 3rd chapter Let's Play with me, jrpg. In the last episode, we made our way through the Umbrella with Colonel Richard, Julia, Estelle and Risse here, but today we found ourselves the Patamata next to this certain ceiling stone. So I think we all know who this is going to be, which is very exciting, it must be said. As we have now opened up ourselves another sealing port, but more importantly...
I can't believe it. It really is Renne.
It looks like she's fast asleep.
Papa, Mama, why?
Renne?
Where am I? Oh, this is just a dream. Renne. Estelle? Joshua and Tita too? What a nice dream this is. Renne. Oh, silly Estelle, you're supposed to be older than me. Shouldn't be acting like a clingy child. You're so warm though, and you smell so nice. It's almost like this isn't a dream what's going on? Renne, what are you doing here? No, never mind that. What am I doing here?
What is this voice that I'm doing?
It's okay, Renne. I'm going to explain now, so try and stay calm, okay? You see, we're not sure how this happened, but don't come any closer! If you take another step towards me, I will kill you.
I'll try and handle this, Estelle. Do you mind stepping back?
Okay.
I'm happy to see you again, Renne. How you been all this time?
How is that any of your business? You're just as bad as Estelle is, Joshua. Why wouldn't you two leave me alone and stop following me around?
I figured you must have noticed. You're right, for the past few months we've been traveling around trying to find you. We're in Crossbow at the moment too. Are we getting any warmer?
You're in Crossbow? What? Why'd you want to find me so much?
We just want a chance to talk with you. We heard from a reliable source that you haven't been back to Ouroboros. I was watching Fullmetal Alchemist and they said it. Ouroboros is, I think, the correct saying. Anyway, since we last fought, is that true?
What's that got to do with either of you? All I want to do is be left alone. I don't want to see either of you. I don't even want to see you. Why won't you just leave me be?
Because...
Sorry, Renne, this one's on me. Ever since you flew off, I haven't been able to get you off my mind. I've been getting Joshua to look into where you might be, and we've been going around chasing every possible lead. That's why I'm so happy to finally be able to see you again like this. Oh, I get it now. You're lying, aren't you? Really, all this just a cover for the fact you're trying to capture me. What? Sorry to disappoint you, but I only know that much as much as Joshua does about Ouroboros. Even if you catch me, you're not going to get anything useful out of me, and even if I did know dirty secrets, I wouldn't tell you. I bet you feel really stupid for wasting your time now.
Wait a second,
that's not... Or are you gonna try your luck again? But you sure brought up a lot of familiar faces for backup. Even I might have trouble taking on this many people at once. I'm confident I'll be able to leave at least a few of you headless before I end up getting beaten. Renne.
You gotta be kidding me.
What are we supposed to do, Shira?
Don't ask, this doesn't look good.
Well, I think I know who you are now. Ouroboros Importer, number 15, the Angel of Slaughter, correct? You do know me. I don't know you, though. You're a knight of the church?
Yes, I'm Sergeant, a squire. For while I may not be very familiar with your circumstances, would it hurt you to behave less like a self-centered child?
Excuse me, did you just call me a self-centered child?
From what I've heard, your intelligence and deductive reasoning have few peers. That led you to joining Ouroboros, obtaining the current rank and abilities you now have. So unless I'm wrong, I find it very hard to believe you haven't already figured out that this isn't a trap we've set to capture you. And yet you still expect us to waste our time on human your little temper tantrum? So yes, I did call you a self-centered child.
Risse? Damn, she doesn't mince words. You're a brave one, aren't you, miss? Did you hear the lowly squirrel like you trying to provoke an enforcer like me? You must really want to end up splattered all over the floor.
I would say the same to you.
I have no idea why everyone else here regards you favorably, but I, for one, have no interest in being friends with someone from Ouroboros. So if a battle is what you want, I'll be more than happy to oblige. Oh no. Rise, a Templar sword, huh? They can certainly be a rude awakening in the right hands. Of course, everyone who's tried to challenge me with one ended up being quite predictable after a while. Before long, they were begging for mercy like pigs about to be slaughtered. It was ever so pitiful. I can't wait to hear you do the same. Renne, no. Do you actually want to fight, or do you only intend to stand around trying to sound threatening? I suppose enough talking is enough. Come on, you two. Both of you, stop it! Tita? Hey.
Wait a sec.
Why are you two so desperate to try and fight when you know you don't really want to? Ren, you're trying to make it sound like you don't care about Estelle and Joshua, but deep down you're happy to see them again and you know it. And Rise, you've realized that Ren's not actually a bad person. It doesn't matter that she's from Ouroboros. Well, I'm happy? Of course I'm not. Why would I possibly be? Then why did you look happy when Estelle hugged you? Right up until the moment you realized this was all real, you're acting like it was the best dream you have ever had. And now you're saying you don't want to talk to them, that you don't want to see them? Hold on a minute, Tita. And that's not true at all. That's not true at all, so just admit it. Sweetie.
I swear, she just cut my life short by 10 years. What the hell was she thinking?
Look at you, honestly. I thought you were a year older than me, you know. Yet you're here crying away. You're not setting a very good example. I can't help it. What am I supposed to do when you guys finally see each other again and all you do is end up fighting? That's too sad.
I'm nodding.
Hey! What are you crying for? Why did you have to? You know the answer to that already, Ren. It's because she likes you. She does? Hey, Ren. I know we still got our differences, but how we put all this aside and call a truce for now? A truce? As I'm sure you can tell, we're in the middle of a really messy situation right now. And whoever you got here, you ended up being dragged right into it with us. I'd say it's in our best interest to work together, at least until we get out of here anyway. What do you say?
That's certainly true. There's still plenty we don't know about the predicament. Having someone with your intellect on our side may help us fill in the remaining blanks. In fact, I would greatly welcome your assistance.
Yeah, I'm with the Colonel.
I'm not the Colonel, Estelle. Regardless, I think it would be your best interest to work with us too. Cooperating will allow you to gather information more effectively, as well as make it easier for you to ensure your own safety.
That's true. It's obvious where we are. It's somewhere abnormal. So it goes without saying, having me around would be a big help to you all. Alright, out of respect for Tita's bravery, I'll spare you this time. Fill me in on exactly what's going on here.
Thanks, Ren.
You're just so clear. I decided whether or not I'm going to work with you or not yet. All I'm promising is to listen to your explanation of what's happening. Then I'll decide if I'll help.
She's gonna help, I have a feeling.
I see. I think I got a pretty good idea of what's going on now. Whoever chose this place name could have picked a better one, couldn't they? What?
Have you figured out something that we haven't?
Possibly. I'm not completely certain yet, but I'm relatively confident in my theory after hearing the Colonel's story, though.
Me?
My very own experience was the same as everyone's. Ended up here being surrounded by a sudden white light. But you say you weren't wearing a uniform when it happened to you, right, Colonel?
How many times must I? Well, whatever. I wasn't. As I explained to everyone when I first arrived, I was wearing a shirt and slacks, as I do on every other day at work.
Right, so just checking, so tell me something. Would you say you have quite a strong emotional attachment to the uniform?
Pardon?
Oh, that's a definite yes. It's a symbol of your past. The past you can't move on from, even though you don't need to. Am I right?
Yes, you are. Richard. It's no surprise you feel that way from my perspective.
And lo and behold, the moment you appeared in this world, you were wearing that very same uniform again. Whatever do you think that could mean?
That would mean that when I arrived here, my attachment to the past ended up being manifested as reality. In other words, this world is capable of changing things based on people's thoughts.
Oh, now it makes sense. Not to me, it doesn't. Can you explain it in a slightly less complicated terms for the rest of us? It's a really simple thing, really. You remember how Lakota used the gospel to make you experience a dream, right? Right. There's dreams for what we saw depending on what we wanted to see, too. Unlike that, this isn't a dream, but a concept is basically the same. Anyway, just like in Lakota's dream worlds, this world changes depending on what the people inside it want. And it happens to recreate places that exist in their memories, too. It all falls into place nicely once you simplify it, doesn't it?
So it does.
It explains the moments we encountered, now the doors work, too. Still, while the explanation may explain the contents of the world, I still find it hard to believe that any of us would desire the predicament we found ourselves in. Oh, I don't disagree. We're not the only ones here, though, are we?
Oh. So in other words, many of the continents of the world exist because of us. The overall structure is a result of someone else.
From what I can gather, yes. What exactly is making this all possible is the part I'm puzzling over. Making people wish as a reality was the purpose of the Ariel, and now that's been lost, and I can't think of anything else capable of doing the same. I think it's easy for all of us to point the finger at who wished for this world to behave the way it does, at the very least.
The Lord of Phantasma.
Exactly. Based on everything that's been said, they weren't in this world originally. That was just a ghost you encountered. Until the Lord of Phantasmas, she simply watched over this place from the garden here. But then they showed up, stole her power, and started remaking the world according to their own whims. The result is what we're stuck in right now. Well, what you think? Well, damn, it feels like your head just popped off and solved all creating mysteries like they were nothing. It's certainly impressive, and even I haven't been able to deduce that quite much.
You really are a genius, Renne.
I'm sure you could have worked out this much if you really put your mind to it, Joshua. Unless at least the stupidity is actually contagious and rubbed off on you. Well, that's not very nice.
I'm pretty sure that's not the case.
Dearie me. Either way, it sounds like the Lord of Phantasma person likes games as much as I do, and without me, I don't know if you'll be able to beat them. So I suppose I better lend you all a hand. I hope you're all grateful. Yeah, sure. It's nice to have a cutie like you on board, Renne. Well, now it's settled. It's time to use that cube to take us back to the 5th plane so we can move on. Now, you got close to working out what's going on. We should be able to move on to the next part of the game board now. I'm guessing our opponent's ready to make their next move, too.
Someone's confident. Still, have it your way. It's not as though we have any options other than to press on. I'm expecting we'll encounter a devil at the end of this plane, just like we have in all the others. We should only move on when we're sure we can handle it.
I could really do without the extra trouble. Then again, I'm kind of curious what these devils are like in reality. Would you like to come and have a look with me, Tita? I'm not sure the two of us going would be such a good idea. No, she's being opposed to us earlier, but look at her now.
Yeah, she finally came around. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to her while we're here, too.
Yeah.
Of course, we'll be getting rid of Julia and taking on Renne. And it seems we're still missing one person from the reserve party, but seems pretty goddamn good to me. Let's have a quick look at Renne's ornament setup. Holy shit! Makes me feel like I am lacking in slot power. So let's go ahead and upgrade Rise, because we know we'll be taking her. Her and Kevin are going to be there, so it makes sense to give her all of the slots available. We're going to go see if we can also heal up a little bit here. We cannot, but let's do as she says and use the cube to go back to the 5th plane. We're at the midpoint of the umbrella. I believe it was this way, which was blocked. It was. Is there anything behind here? There is not. Right. Forward we go. We're back in the luminous labyrinth here. Ooh, I can see a box. A celestial balm is, of course, always helpful. I'm excited to see how Renne is. Looks like we'll get a chance to see now.
Later, corpsey.
It's a pretty good voice. I am not sure I can go that high though, because I just can't. I know I can't. Right, let's go. These things are annoying. I hate them a lot. Unfortunately, we missed there, but we can do another luminous wheel, and that will take out at least one.
We're good to go.
We certainly are good to go. Let's do this. So, we got ourselves another door here. Let's have a look. Bring to me the playful minstrel and his closest ally against the beast they seek to overcome. Only then should the door open. That sounds like Olivier and Monsieur Vander. Let's have a look up here first, before we go into anything. Right. Perhaps it's not a bad idea to get ourselves that one up not top, but go down to the elevator down below. And I'm guessing Pater Matter will be part of Renne's S break. This thing is shite. Let's take it out. I have zero problems using up my things on this thing because it's caused us so much trouble previously. There we go, nice. And we've got a very simple clean up job with everyone else.
Goddess, my thanks to thee.
Nicely done, and some levels up for the crew too. What have we got here? A Liberl bracelet. Okay. So we've got 2 doors that I think we need to do, if I remember correctly. So we're going to make sure that we do those at some point soon. But let's proceed on with Colonel and Renne. Annoying, but not the end of the world. I'm a Terminator. Yes, you are, Renne. Let's do this. Right, into this one. A Gladarino. Preemptive attack here. 1, 2. But pretty simple to get that there. Now that was a weapon for Rise, was it not? Gardino does do better. So let's go and grab that for her. 2000 mirror is actually also very handy. It must be said. But we can take out this spider and Thang pretty goddamn soon. Adequate performance. Certainly was. So, let's head up here. We're going to go as far as the next blue knot, because as soon as we smell sulfur, I'm going to go back and do 2 of the doors. We've got one that required the destiny card, and then obviously one with the minstrel and his ally against the beast, which seems like that would be either Vanda or Sherzad is my guess between those guys. Oh, crit. Nice crit. Easily dealt with by Renne. She seems like a very strong character indeed. So we're making our way all the way up here. Right, what have we got here? Some Earth Sepith, all the Sepith in the world. As it feels like this might be where we have our final point here. So let's restore MP. We're not going to go forward. I'm going to say, if you've enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time, where we'll go to the door with the card of destiny. Peace.